So to start off, we are starting with the Hunter class, and the guy that I chose is Neef. Neef is one of the most straightforward hunters you can play. Like, come on, when you start the game, you play as her. Well, at least when I started. Her abilities are easy to understand and easy to hit. One ability, she fires an arrow forward that stuns targets and does damage as well. And that ability is called Spirit Arrow because she's trying to send you to the spirits. He's a phantom. She also has an ability that has a mid-sized radius, and if anyone is in that said radius, you do damage to them, reducing the attack speed while increasing yours, and healing yourself for a small amount. And that ability is called Unravel. A lot for one ability, right? She also has a pretty good get out move that allows you to get out of sticky situations by backflipping. But you know, if she ever wanted, she can backflip on this. Let's continue. And not to mention, her ultimate ability is one of the easiest ultimate to hit because it doesn't miss the enemy ever. I mean, ever. It tracks you throughout the whole map. So you can never say, I missed my ultimate. Well, I hope you don't say that. And that ability is called World Weaver. With all these factors in mind, it is a no-brainer for me to pick her for beginners. Fun fact, if you use your abilities on the weeds on the ground, your ability does more damage and has a larger range. You're welcome. Okay, the next class will be the Guardian, and the god I selected is Ganesha. Wait, let me explain first before you throw me off the boat. Now Ganesha is not hard to play in the slightest. He's probably the most fun but annoying tank that stops attacks, and you can do big damage if built for it. His first ability is called Turn of Fate, and all he does is throw a ball of willpower in the direction you are facing and doing damage to anything in its path. Yes, he's actually throwing willpower. Isn't that crazy? So you know what they say? If it's a will, there's a Ganesh trying to end you.
Brother, this guy stinks!
His second ability is called and when he's doing this ability, any guy caught in his radius, they can't do any abilities. They're on lock, like they're in jail, okay? Nothing. Now you can't tell me that's not annoying. His third ability is called Removing Obstacles, and he literally runs towards you like a linebacker. When he hits you, he gives you a mean 3-piece combo and then throws you up like you're his child. Mad disrespectful, I'm telling you, mad disrespectful. And to top it off, his ultimate is called Dharmic Pillars, and he summons pillars in a certain location. And if anyone walks out or into the pillar, they will take damage. It's basically like marriage. You're fine if you stay, but as soon as you try to leave, it's painful. See, he's a pretty good pick for beginners. Put down the pitchforks and torches. The only thing is you really can get killed with Ganesh because of his passive, but he's a tank. You don't need that. Now, on to my least favorite class in the game, the Warriors. And my selection is Ganyu. And you might be asking, why him? Well, let me explain my little one. Ganyu is a good starting warrior for new players. Nothing on this guy is crazy or groundbreaking. His first ability is called Conviction, and this ability heals him and the teammates around him. You might be asking, how does he heal? He must have some power to do so, right? Wrong. His leadership is so infectious, he heals himself and others. Pretty cool, right? His second groundbreaking ability is called Warrior's Will. He dashes forward doing damage to anything in his path and slowing the enemy. And that's all. But his third ability is probably the craziest thing I have ever seen. And this crazy ability is called Tulu Assault. Ganyu spins his weapon in a circular motion really fast, doing damage to anything in his path. Like, wow, bro, I told you, crazy. And the last ability, which is his ultimate, is called Cavalry Charge. And he summons a horse to ride on and swing his big dangerous weapon towards the enemy, doing damage, and at the end he jumps off and stuns the enemy.
That's it?
Boom, what'd I say? He's an average guy. But I still believe that Ganyu is a good starting point for people who want to start using warriors. Now for the class that has the most gods you can play with, Mage. And I chose, drumroll please, Cuckoo Clan. Listen, I didn't want to pick Cuckoo Clan because everyone picks this guy for being the easiest, but what can I do? He's easy. My second guy was Vulcan, but I don't know about that choice though. You know, you can look him up, but I just don't know. But Cuckoo's abilities are very straightforward. The first ability just shoots out an air ball, and when it hits the target, it slows them and does damage. This ability is called Zephyr. You can say he can blow anyone. I'm sorry. The second ability allows him to move 1% faster and prolong his death. The ability is called Slipstream. But to be honest, he does move quicker in this ability and you can get away with sometimes, but you really do be prolonging your death. The third ability is called Whirlwind, and he summons a category 5 tornado destroying gods and neighborhoods in all in one move. And if the enemy walks into the whirlwind, they will take damage. But if they leave the whirlwind, the wind follows them like wasp and still does damage. I mean, you could really say it really blows, you know?
How original.
I'm sorry again. And the last ability, Cuckoo summons a big cuckoo and blows his hot breath in one direction. And if any enemies are in this path, they take damage. Cuckoo isn't really hard to play or understand, and that's why he will be coming to your next Smite match. And the only class we have left is Assassin. Now, I'm saying this from the love of my heart. If you just started playing, don't play Assassin. You will probably suffer and you will not want to play the game ever again. Besides that, I chose Brachiosaur. Listen, I looked and I looked, I couldn't decide. So I chose the god that is straightforward for the most part and less likely to die. His first ability allows him to jump on the enemy doing damage when he lands, and it's called Takedown. Cool, right? You didn't expect that. His second ability is called Eat Minion. You probably guessed it. He eats minions. He gains health, protections, and mana when you eat something, just like in real life, but without eating the people part. But you will want to eat minions because you will use them later. His third ability literally just increases his power, and it's called Butcher Blades. Nothing too complex here. His ultimate is called Regurgitate and does what it says. All the minions you ate before comes right back up from his stomach to fight by your side. He also lays a field of black goop that slows and cripples the enemy. And top it off, he gets a damage buff, so pretty cool actually. See, not bad picks, right? I probably surprised you a little, didn't I? And if I did, subscribe and like this video. But you probably picked your first god now, and you probably don't know how to build. So watch this video here and I can teach you.